Hello, fine people, and welcome to the doggone show. As you can tell, my mic is a little better, so the quality is a little better. Got my mic fixed, so today we got a nice look at the Hornet Ghost. So we're gonna take a look at the Hornets, talk about the Hornets a little bit. XenoThreat has just come up again, so we're gonna jump over there and take her into combat, and we'll have a little discussion about it. First, before we get started, I do want to say a big thank you to all the people that has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much. Again, if I can help you with any ship or loadout or anything like that, or any questions, please put it in the comment section below, and I'll see what I can do to get you situated. All right. So yeah, our mighty Hornet Ghost, and this is one of my favorite ships, the Hornet Ghost. As you notice, I got NDBs, all NDB laser repeaters. These are neutron repeaters, so we're gonna try these out as well. One of my favorite lasers because they shoot purple and it goes very good with our black Hornet here. All right, so we'll hop over there and I'll see you in a bit. All right, since we're making our way in quantum travel to Mikkel 1 for the Xeno, just a real quick topics about the Hornets. So right now, in my opinion, the Hornets are in an okay place, not the best. CIG hasn't did a whole lot to the Hornet series just yet. The Hornet Ghost is my favorite because eventually when armor comes in the game, this is the only ship that is going to have void armor. So void armor is a special stealth armor that the Hornet Ghost would receive once armor comes in, hopefully. All right, so the Hornet Ghost, right now you can't buy it in game, or you can't buy it, I don't think, on the web page until an event or a special event is happening, where a ship sale or something like that is happening. Then you can pick up the Hornet Ghost, and I think the Saber Raven falls in that category, and one of the Vandal ships. So these are special ships that only come on sale every now and then. So if you get a chance to get a Hornet Ghost, I would suggest picking it up. The Hornet Ghost flies, in my opinion, a little bit better than the others. The the Super Hornet. The Super Hornet is supposedly should have the best armor across all the Hornets, but right now, like I said in another video, the Super Hornet doesn't have that armor, so it's kind of a glass cannon almost. So I think the base Hornet, the regular Hornet, is a very good one. I own the base Hornet and the Super Hornet and the Hornet Ghost, as you can see here. So if we take a look, and we can't see it from here, but if we go into our ship, see, because I'm flying the ship and I can't probably can't look at it. But we'll take a look at the Super Hornet, just for an example. So what I did is took the ball turret off of the Super Hornet and put it on the Ghost. I left this nose turret, this remote nose turret. Remember, the more weapons you put on your ship, the higher your signature goes up. So with that being said, so this ball turret here is actually from the Super Hornet. You can I think you can buy them. I can't remember where you can buy those from. I want to say Grimhex or maybe Microtech. The NDBs you can buy from Microtech, New Babbage. Okay. So you can get that from there. I put on the nose weapon here. Normally I would leave that off if I want to lower my signature more. Okay, but I outfitted this ship for just to fight, not to be stealthy. All right, and I don't think you can see my systems right now, but I basically have military grade components, no stealth components. And you can see that my well, you'll see here in a minute. You'll see that my signature is pretty high. I think I want to say our signature is the highest. Could be the electromagnetic. We'll find out here in a bit. But the electromagnetic signature is high because I have a lot of weapons. So 5 weapons in total. Because I want to be able to do a lot of damage with the XenoThreat event. Normally I would run the Ghost with maybe just the 2 weapons on the wings and then the ball turret to lower that signature, and I would put stealth coolers and shields and all that good stuff on it if I want to lower that signature. Alright, so remember, you can go to urkel.games and you can play around with different setups, and you can see how you want to run it. So now I have mine ran for strictly combat. Alright, so that's just a quick rundown on what I feel about the Hornet Ghost, the way it flies. Let's talk about that for a minute. You can see it in the coming up here in the video. The way it flies is very, very good compared to the Hornet, the Super Hornet. The base Hornet flies pretty much the same. If you get the Hornet Tracker or any of the other ones, they pretty much fly the same. The Super Hornet is the only one that maybe is a little bit more sluggish, very sluggish, for it to be so glass cannon. You can destroy these Hornets pretty easily if you take a lot of damage. Okay, so the Super Hornet, for some reason, strange reason, doesn't get the attention that the Hornet Ghost, from what I've noticed. The Hornet Ghost is in a really good spot. So we're gonna check it out. We'll get into some combat. I'm gonna go over here and land and refuel, all that good stuff, and we'll make our way over to the Xeno mission. Alright, so we made our way to Jericho, get all checked in. I made it I was in the server rather, just when the XenoThreat event started. So this is the very beginning, and we're going to check it out. We're going to see how this Hornet flies. Keep in mind that my last video was about the Gladius, so this Hornet doesn't move as well as the Gladius. It's not as agile, especially pitch and yaw rate, and also strafing is not as quick. The strafe of it is not as good as the Gladius. So with that being said, there's a certain way you have to fight with slower ships. If you're fighting in a Cutlass Black or anything lower, that's slower than, I would say, an Arrow and a Talon and a Gladius. Those are very agile single-seater light fighters. So anything medium fighter and above, the Saber's classified as a medium fighter. So those ships will turn a little slower. So you have to maintain your proper distance. So you won't have to turn as much to get a lock on your target or to get a bead on your target. Okay, so to make a quick example, let's find an asteroid. Oh my goodness, Quantum Drive is going crazy. Let's find a little asteroid. Okay, you see this asteroid here. So if this is a target, if this is a ship that I'm shooting at, for me to turn and yaw into him, I need to maintain a proper distance, right? So I don't have to turn that much. If I'm up close on my target like this, if I'm up close and he's moving and he's going, say, to my right, it'll take me a lot longer to get that pip. I have to do a lot more turning, if that makes sense to you, and we'll show some examples of that. So like this small rock here, and if he's moving from left to right, I won't have to move much, just a little bit, right? See? So, but if I'm up close to him, and you're in a ship that ain't very agile and can't turn that quick, or even if you're just learning how to fly and you really ain't got down how to swing around and turn that fast, maintain a optimal distance of that ship for that ship's capacity, so you can turn and get on your target quicker. And we'll show some examples of that. We got a Vanguard Warden. So let's see what we can do with this guy. We can get over here before everybody else does. People are just now coming in, so there's a lot more enemy ships than are friendly. So we got a lot of work to do. So I'm getting close to him. I'll go ahead and move my capacitors to weapons. I'm getting ready to fight this guy. Now I would normally launch a missile at him. I'm too close now. So if I'm this close to this Vanguard, I have to do a hard turn to get that pip lined up. But if I'm at a good distance, just in range, like right here, if I stay right here, and if he's moving, I back up. That way I can keep his pip in front of me. Now if I'm too close, it's going to take a lot of turning for me to get that pip. And that's the way you fight in any ship, you know. So you have to get that radius of your ship. If you know you're in an agile ship, for example, you can get close, and that's why those ships are very dominant when they get up close to you. So if I was fighting a player, for example, if that player's in an arrow, I would have to maintain distance from that arrow. You know, I can get a little close, but I don't want to get to the point where he's on top of me, because me trying to turn to find him is going to be a real hassle. So I want to maintain a good distance. Like, let's say 1.5, somewhere in there. 1.1 is where I'm at with this Vanguard, and I want to at least stay in this range here, because when he moves around like he's moving, I can keep a lock on him. And that purple from NDBs match. Oh man, I just love that purple. And the sound of them, they sound great. All right, let me focus and kill this guy. But that's just a very good tip. That's a very good tip when you're fighting, and you keep that in mind. Let's say if I was in that Vanguard. So see how that guy Ghost is up close to him that way, and I would have a hard time trying to kill him if he was that close. I can get a little closer to that Vanguard because he can't turn as fast as me. But if I was fighting one of the arrows or something lighter than me, then I'll have to make sure that I keep this distance where I'm at right here. Okay. Go ahead and charge our shields, and let's do some. All right, here's an arrow. Here's a good example. So this arrow is pushing me. He's pushing. So I need to back up, because when he moves as fast as he's moving, I need to stay at a distance here. Right? I need to stay at this distance. That way, if the more he moves, I can stay on him. If I get close to him, let's get close. If I get close to him, it's hard for me to get a lock on his pip. See how hard that is? I can get it because he's backing away, he's turning around. But if I'm up close to him like that, I have to turn real hard, try to get to the pip. You know, it makes more work than what you should be doing. So we back up, and we can stay on that pip. We back up. If he comes towards us, we back up, and we can stay on that pip. And if anything, what we do, if he's facing us like this and we pass him, and we make that turn, we back up as we turning to get more room to turn, and we get him that way. But I'm constantly back strafing a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit, just so I can turn into that pip. And you do that with every ship, especially the slower ones. If you guys are fighting in if you're fighting in a freelancer, that's a good example. The freelancers, the Vanguards, the bigger ships like that, the slower turning ships, that's your strategy. You want to keep the smaller ships from getting very close, because it's for your benefit. All right, they're gonna have a hard time taking you out, but if you can't see them and you can't get your target indicator on them, you can't get your crosshair on them, you're gonna have a problem. So you want to maintain that distance. All right, let's help. Who is this here? Bronny 18. I'm gonna help you out, brother. Get this Vanguard off of you. There we go. Let's get some more juice in our boost. We got shields are good. Go back to weapons. And look at that purple. I just love that. Let's let these weapons charge up a bit more before we fire. See, this is a mantis. And we'll keep this distance right here. So no matter which way he turns and moves around, we want to maintain that distance so we don't have to turn as much. Let's see what is this? This is an arrow, and this guy by itself is an arrow. So let's go after this one. But as you can see, the Hornet moves. It moves pretty good. And even if you're using, like in my last video, don't think you're at a disadvantage if you use mouse and keyboard, guys. The mouse is more accurate, okay? So you use that keyboard, you get in your distance, your optimal range of distance, and you just use your mouse to stay on target. That's all. Okay, now if you get close, that's when you're going to have problems with the keyboard. If you get close to a fast target like that, you're trying to keep up with them. But what we just discussed with that distance will help you out. That'll help you out until you get more experience. You get more practice in there. Practice is just like every person will tell you. Practice is a big thing, right? Even if you fly gimbals or you fly, especially if you fly fixed, because all these shots that I'm missing, that's DPS that I'm missing, damage. So I don't shoot until I get on target, till I see my crosshair gets ready to get over his pip, which, you know, that's naturally what you'll do anyway. But some people, you know, have a hard time with that. And they wonder why it takes so long or it's so hard for them to kill their target. So we'll kill a couple more, and then we'll take this Hornet to the Idris battle and see what we can do there. Alright. Alright, so we're back. We're going to grab some fuel real quick. The Idris is inbound to Jericho. So we'll go handle that. See what this baby can do against multiple enemies and Idris. So the goal is not to take too much damage, keep the enemy fighters away from our friendly fighters, so they can work on the larger fighters, the retaliators, the bombers can all work on the Idris.
Thank you.
So that is our job. So we're gonna go after all the Valkyries, the Cutlasses, and the arrows, all those ships, try to keep them at bay from all the other larger ships that's in the area the best we can. But so far I'm loving the Hornet Ghost. It's my favorite Hornet by far, not only because it's in black, which is my favorite color, but I just love it the way it flies. It's very smooth, very good balance of pitch and yaw and strafe. Alright, so I'm gonna shut up for a minute and we'll jump into this combat. So we came in way too hot. It's okay, because I'm looking for the Valkyrie. Alright, that's what I want. This is the disadvantages of you got to find that sweet spot in range, because if you're too far back, then you'll get missile spam. If you're too close, then you're not going to be able to turn as fast to get on that pip. So you got to find that sweet spot depending on your ship. Now if you're in a good, okay buddy, you're right next to me, I see you. Well, we're going to handle you since you want to get that close. But you find that sweet spot depending on your ship. You put some damage in my shields. Let's go ahead and get that up. Find that sweet spot. If you're in the arrow, your spot is going to be different than if you're in this Hornet, right? Because you can turn a lot faster. That is very important. Now see, I'm at 1.4 kilometers, 1.3 kilometers, and he can launch missiles. So I want to get him out of that missile range. If this was a player, I don't want to be this close because it makes me hard to turn into that pit. But I don't want to be too far back either because I don't want him lobbing missiles at me all day. So you got to find that sweet spot. A larger ship, like a freelancer, cutlass, black or something like that, yeah, you're gonna have to really, that's really tough to find that sweet spot because you can't move. You definitely don't want to be close to the target, that's for sure. But then again, you don't want to be too far back. And if you want to shoot missiles, all you have to do is back up a little bit and you can fire some missiles. But keep in mind that they can do the same. So that's what the game actually is played. In movement, who can manage their aim the best, who can manage their distance and speed the best. That's what's going to put you on top of the fight. And that's what practice comes in. You have to practice that against the NPCs, you know, not just to kill the NPCs, but practice your movement, practice your distances depending on what ship you like to fly and want to fight with. Practice what is that optimal distance of that ship, what is the best way I can turn quick to get on that pit. Oh, I'm getting really hammered here. They all over me. There's like 3-4 guys out here, so we got to concentrate. You're getting double teamed and triple teamed. So if you get double teamed in a fight, so you want to pick your main threat, whoever's the main threat, who's doing the most damage to you, and you go after that one. Try to get them out the way. Let's charge our shields. A Mantis that I'm fighting here, I'm not worried about him, but that Cutlass I was, so I had to get him out the way. Mantis really ain't doing nothing. Got a couple people out here, but not many. I'm looking on the radars, 4 guys I see. And we got a arrow. Let's figure out what's I don't know what happened there. What happened to all my targets? Xeno's been glitchy, so that could be, oh man, here we go. It's been glitchy, so you never know what you're gonna get. Like a box of chocolates. Alright. Get rid of that arrow. We got plenty of firepower in this Hornet. That's the good thing. This Hornet, like I said, I set it up for combat, not for a stealth operation. And this Valkyrie, this is what we want. We're gonna soften him up. We're gonna soften him up with that missile if we can. I don't think it hit him. We'll shoot another one. He's only size 1 marksmen. So we'll shoot 2. Because they're only size 1s. We'll do a little bit more damage to him if we can hit him. That looked like that hit. Now we want to go in for the kill. Yeah, don't curse at me, boy. Coming for you. I know that hurt. Put some more pain on you. We'll find that optimum range here. Here we go. I done got too far back. Get a little bit closer and stay in this range here. But it ain't too bad because he's in a slow turning ship, so I can get closer. But if this was an arrow, I had to fight at that range. Unlike the Gladius I can turn quick, so it still has an optimal range though. Where it's best to turn to stay on the pit, best to turn for all that. This is kind of odd, this XenoThreat, because the targets are really... Oh, this is a player, this poor guy. It looks like it was an accident because he ain't fighting. I'm not going to kill him. I'll be nice today. Let's see what else we got. We got some Xeno guys here. That can happen. You got to watch your airspace, your crossfire, all that good stuff. So you don't accidentally shoot a person and you go red. Now everybody's trying to get a player kill. You know, it happens. I've done it a few times myself. So I'm not going to try to kill him. Let's make sure we get our capacitors on weapons so we don't have to keep reloading so quick. There we go. Alright, let's jump on the Idris here. I got 1 marksman. What else I got? I got some ignites. We'll throw 2 ignites at him. See if that helps. Yep, I knew that missile was coming. I seen you before you even launched it. Yep, that comes with practice. You know, you'll learn if you're new. You'll learn when guys are getting ready to shoot missiles by their range and if they're pointing at you and all that. We don't have enough people to defend, unfortunately. See this arrow? I need to back up. And he's pushing into me. I need to back up so I can turn on his pip a lot easier. There we go. What we got here. And we'll probably wrap it up after this. Don't want to make the video too long. I think the next one I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get into the you guys that own Avenger Titans, Avenger Warlocks, and all that kind of stuff. That's a starter ship, so actually the Avenger is pretty good. You know, it's got a good weapon on the nose of it, good strong weapon. And if you have the Avenger Warlock, you get the benefit of the EMP, which I'm gonna go through that a little bit. Got some missiles on us. Yeah, you're not gonna get away from me, bro. You tried. That poor mantis tried. Now we got a Gladius, so here's a good example right here. We want to stay in this range with that Gladius. We don't want him to get close. We want to strafe up in the corner, left in the corner, back up, back up, back up. Keep that pip in front of us. Keep that pip in front of us. We can push in and pull out. Push in, pull out. That's what we want to do. That didn't sound right, but hey, that's what you want to do. Oh, that's what you want to do against those fighters. If you want a slower turning ship, you definitely want to do that. Let's get our capacitors going here, man. You gotta make sure all this stuff, you gotta manage all this stuff and the capacitors too. And watch your shields, all that good stuff. We're gonna push in, do a pass, merge pass on him. We're gonna swing that around and should be able to line him up. Yep, pretty good. We could have did better. All right, right here, bam, just like that. That's what we want. We get all that damage just on that swing like that. And that just comes with practice. That just comes with practice. You can get it down, practice that against the NPCs. Looks like we're gonna have to go after that Idris because we don't have enough people to kill the Idris. And I can't do much in this ship. This is not a capital ship killer. Well, we're gonna try. We'll get rid of this arrow real quick. I got a guy close to me here. Help this guy out a little bit. These bogeys keep flooding in here. We don't have enough players to shoot torpedoes and stuff at the Idris. That's what it's gonna take to get that thing down. Yep, I know. Alright, let's find this Idris here. Let's go help out. There it is, cause it's really getting, yeah, the shields are not even budged or anything. Yeah, we gotta do more on this Idris. We're gonna help out a little bit. Try to get the shields down at the very least. Hopefully somebody comes in with a retaliator or eclipse or something like that that can do some real damage to this big ship. Another disadvantage, I do not have cannons, so you would want to use cannons on a ship like this size, or a ship the size of a hammerhead, something like that. You would want to have cannons. We can't do a whole lot with these repeaters, but get the shields down. Try to anyway. It's a tough ship. While I'm shooting this Idris, I'm constantly looking at my radar to see what's around me. I can tell who's below me, so I strafe up. I can tell who's to my side. That just comes with experience and practice. So I don't swing into somebody while I'm circle strafing this Idris. And we're gonna try to do a little work on them shields. Eventually I will switch my pit. So I'm gonna have a video of how to the best way to take down a hammerhead. The same way you would probably take down any large ship, you would go for these. I'm gonna point at it here. I'm gonna switch my pit. Well, that's it. That's good. Well, because we're not putting a lot of damage on that. But anyway, what you want to do is target those engines. Hammerhead, on the tail of the hammerhead is where you want to be aiming. But in order for you to do that, you need to learn how to use a lag pip because if you use a lag pip, you can target individual parts of the ship. Like you can put that pip on whatever part of the ship you want to put it. If you're using a lead pip, you have to just shoot where that lead pip is. There's no targeting certain parts of the ship. So that's very helpful. Learn to use that lag pip in the key bindings. You can switch, set a key bind for it so you can switch back and forth. I have a key bind set for that. So you can target certain parts of the ship, and you really want to get in the habit of doing that now, before CIG releases disabling, because there's going to be a time where you're not going to only be disabling ships with distortion weapons once they get that flushed out, but you can also disable your person's ship or a large ship with regular weapons. But the only way you can do that is by learning how to use that lag pip. So you can target the engine, you can shoot off a wing if you don't just want to disable them, right? So it's a good time now to start learning that. Go in Arena Commander and mess with it if you haven't been using a lag pip. All right, you know, so the lead pip is okay for just destroying the ships, but if you really want to get that precision on what when these physicalized components come in the game, stuff like that, and you really want to get that precision to aim. If I want to shoot at this Hornet, I just want to take off the wings of it, or if I want to just knock that engine out in the back here. You see what I mean? Then you could use that pip. You can use that pip to do that. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is one of my favorite ships, and we'll probably go over the Avenger next, or just leave a comment below if you want a certain ship you want to look at. I do have a big announcement coming, but I'm saving that one. So I will say this, you guys, if you have a moment in Star Citizen that was just so awesome you wish somebody could have seen it, then start recording those, because I'm gonna take those clips and we're gonna do a month, it's gonna be monthly, but we're gonna do the top moments in Star Citizen of the month. So and the winner would get Alpha UEC, they may get a ship. So I just got to get the link for you guys to send me your clips. I do have a Twitter. I just added to my my page here on YouTube. So if you get those clips, you send them to me, and we're gonna do, starting in October, we're gonna do the best moments in Star Citizen of the month. Okay, and that's gonna be huge. A lot of people have done some crazy stuff like jump tumbrels in the back of Valkyries and all kind of stuff like that. Just anything that's just so cool and so awesome you wish somebody else could see it. You're gonna send it my way. It's gonna be Grand's best moments in Star Citizen, and it's gonna be monthly. So look out for that. That's coming down the pipe. Also, we're gonna go over some classes, basic classes in fighting, dog fighting, and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know everything, but I do have good teachers. So shout out to Zero State Live. If you watch Zero State Live, if you watch Moist Noodle, those are all my instructors. And B-Berry, shout out to Miss B-Berry, love her to death. So yeah, those guys have helped me a lot. So if you guys are looking forward to that, I got a lot of tips I would like to share for Star Citizen if you're just starting out. And even if you've been playing for a little bit and you just haven't really gotten into the combat portion, we can get into those classes a little bit. They're going to be more tutorials than classes, but I just want to help everybody out just like I was helped. Okay, so that makes the game more fun, right? If, for example, when I was getting into Call of Duty, I played Call of Duty just for fun. I wasn't thinking about playing it in the tournaments and stuff like that. But one of the guys pulled me to the side. He taught me some things, and I became good at it. But I wasn't good at it. I wanted to learn. I could see the guys that I would play with, they was just so awesome. They could quick snipe and all this other stuff, and I wanted to learn all this stuff. So it takes a person to take time with you and help you, really help you. Not just try to keep everything for themselves, but really help you. and that's what I get enjoyment from. I get enjoyment out of the game from helping other people and stuff like that. So all right, I've gone on a rant for a minute, so I hope you guys enjoyed it again, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.